Stay a while and listen.
Hello, welcome back to the Freak Show. Bumpy McSquigums here. I want to thank you all for joining me as I continue with my Let's Play of Disgaea 1 Complete New Game Plus Extras Stuff Mode. I don't know what to call it. It's whatever. I was looking back through my Disgaea PC Let's Play to see if I had like naming video, like people signing up for names. I don't think I did that for the first game. I don't know why. It's weird. Maybe I didn't understand what all I was getting into at the time. But it's, I guess I'm going to stick with that trend, but in Disgaea 5, I will be accepting names. In Disgaea 2, once I get back to that, and there's some new people that can, you know, be signed up, like, if there's new classes I haven't unlocked, or whatever the case is, by all means, go ahead and, when I start Axle Mode and all that stuff on Disgaea 2, go ahead and sign up there for names. But it looks like Disgaea 1, it's just going to be names that I've randomly come up with over the course. So, that being said, I've done a whole bunch of stuff since you last saw the last episode. There's a lot of lasts in there. I feel like I have the sound up a little too high, but maybe I'll adjust it just a little bit here. Check it out. Look at that. On-the-fly adjustment. I know, it's crazy. Anyway, I've done a bunch of stuff. Laharl 224, Etna's at 305, Plenaire at 153, Zap at 232, Bumpy at 416. Katie's up to 399. And then Arzla is the chief of all. She is the winner of all. She is 703. She is a beastess and crushing fools. She is a scary, scary meatball. I got nothing. She's quite terrifying though. We have Liara at 106. Antros is at 286. Chimera hit 109. Leo's at 284. My mages I haven't touched much, unfortunately. Star got a little bit higher at 189. Courtney at 145. Just a little bit there. We got Tamlin up over the 100 mark. And you'll notice there's a lot of guys that just crested over 100 or 200. There's a reason for that. Dendra's at 111. Slade's at 207. And also, I've transmogrified, or whatever it's called. Transmigrated, I think it's actually called. Slade. So Slade is now a space pirate and no longer a thief. So the actual highest ranking thief that you can make. So I did all that, and yeah, we're back with it. I haven't got around to getting Commissar up a little bit higher. Flawn's at 109. The rest are really unimportant. So, what have we unlocked? We've unlocked all available hireable characters, short of, I'm going to say maybe some of the monsters, maybe some of the monsters. So, I'm going to go hire me some new characters. I've waited to do this on camera. I was going to do it and get them all leveled up and ready to go and be like, yeah, look at my power. But I decided not to do that now. Alright, so who are we going to hire with? I think Arzla could use a little bit of love, but I'm not sure I want to go with her. She's got the most mana by like a drastically massive amount, obviously being level 700 and whatever. I know I have a few people that I've already got control of. Maybe we'll go with Zap. I think we'll go with Zap. Well, let's let Zap get a little. No, I'm gonna transmigrate him soon too. I'm gonna transmigrate everybody eventually, so it doesn't really matter. Plenaire needs some love. She's got nobody under her, I don't think. So she also has no promotion. We'll do promotion exams later. It's fine. Anyway, we're gonna create a new character. So, as you guys already know, we have the Prinny. Unfortunately, we haven't leveled any of the Prinnies up enough to get other Prinnies. Also, I'm not sure if in Disgaea 1 you have to actually go and fight other Prinnies to unlock those other Prinny classes. That might be a thing too. I don't know. We'll figure that out. That's something I haven't touched. But as you can see, we're all the way up here to the Eternal Fist. We're not going to be recruiting anybody like this. Anyone that we're going to get as these higher ranked guys, it's going to be through transmigration. So essentially we'll be starting characters over, like Antros, for instance, over at level 1. And then he will be a level 1 of these, but he'll retain a bunch of stats. You'll see. It's fine. We'll get it to work. I'm not going to do it this episode for time purposes or what have you. But we have the Majin. The Majin is there, or the Majin, or the Majin, or the Majun. Let's say the Majin. Yeah. It's there, or the Majin, for the Majin. I did do a not a bad thing, not even a dirty thing, but Little known fact about the horrible class of Thief. They're really awful in the very first game, and they have terrible weapon mastery. They have 0 counters to start with, and they're just really bad. So when I transmigrated my Thief into the Space Pirate, I stopped off at Majin, or Majin, we're going to go with Majin. Stopped off at Majin, and I went and I superpower leveled him up to 200, and I got him a bunch of weapon mastery. So he's still garbage now, or she, I guess, at this point. But that also allowed me to get the highest tier Majin unlocked. So if you're wondering why that's there, that's the reason. We will eventually get that, but we're going to start off with, I guess, with the low-end one? I mean, it doesn't really matter. Everybody else is kind of a low-end Majin. I mean, the aptitude... Oh, it does change. Well, maybe we'll start off with this guy. Mana needed, we don't... Actually, we get to start off with Divine. Mana needed is only 15. Oh, our ability bonus is -5? Oh, because of that. I gotcha. So yeah, we're not gonna go with the approval required ones. We'll go up to skilled. Because when we transmigrate, we can get a genius level Majin without having to go and fight the stupid assembly and all that stuff. So we're gonna go with this. I don't have any idea what name that should be going and gonna happen. So we'll go with one of my old school ones that I created to be kind of a... Essentially, he was a dwarven warrior, was what my boy was. So doesn't necessarily fit in this regard, but we're still gonna use it. It's gonna be Calark. It is a name that I invented years and years and years ago, and one that I used and enjoyed. So we have a Majin. We're gonna have him just like murder stuff with his face and his weapon. So I think we're going to go a couple into hit, a couple into attack, and maybe one more into HP. And apparently this doesn't seem like a lot, these stats upgrades that we're doing. But apparently they translate to a lot as you level up. Like, these are base stats that I think continuously increase. And maybe by a percentage or what, I don't know exactly. But I've heard that like even 1 point of HP on a max level character can be like 3,000 extra health. Or more than that, or something along those lines. So it does all add up apparently. Alright, so there we go. And... Cool, so we have one of those. I think we're going to have Tamlin, depending on if she has any mana. She does. We're going to have Tamlin go ahead and create the next one. That doesn't... No, we're not going to do it that way. I am actually going to have Arsla do it, because it's going to be weird. It's going to be too weird. No. I don't know. I'm so confused and scared. How about Star? We'll have Star do it. Star's done quite a bit of work. We'll let her get some love here. And why not? I'm sure there were a few people who requested names throughout the Let's Play. I didn't have like a bulk sign-up area. So if there were any people that I had thrown in, like Star, I believe was one. Yeah. Or maybe I did it all. I don't know, guys and gals. I'm a little rambly today. You have to forgive me. My head's ready to explode. I don't have a headache today. I've had a headache for like 3 weeks. Today I don't have it. I'm so happy. I'm so incredibly happy, but I'm also just completely wiped out. So, forgive me. We're gonna have Angel. We're gonna do an Angel. That's what we're doing. Angels seem to be good with swords, spears, and bows. They're okay with axes, and they're good with staves as well. None of them are S-rated, but that might change again with the higher ranking of them. We'll see. Either way, we're going to go ahead and we're going to craft ourselves an Angel. It's a protector of Celestia. It's good with magic. I don't know what we should do with it exactly. But, I guess we'll go with Ava. I don't think I have an Ava, so we're going to go with that. There we are. Attack's pretty low. Resistance the resistance is decent. I wouldn't mind having like a decent attacking healer. That could be an interesting combination. I'd be okay with that. I think she's gonna end up using a spear, because we don't really have a lot of spear users. Could be a mistake. Probably is a mistake. Gonna roll with it. Okay. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, Zap is going to get himself some friends here. He is going to bring about the change that we all wanted to see. That's right. We're going to have an EDF soldier. Why? Because he exists, and that's why. So an EDF soldier is going to join us. It's got 120 hit proficiency, or aptitude, if you will. And that's what you need for guns. And he's got an S rating for the gun. If you look, this guy's only got an A rating for the gun. Until you go to the max level of Lord. Actually, yeah, it is literally the max level of Lord. That's when he gets to become S. So, yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to recruit him. Yep, he's recruited now. And again, we're going to go with skilled. And, ooh, I don't know. I think we're just going to call this guy Tidehunter, because Tidehunter is a character in Dota 2, for those of you who don't know. A game that I, well, used to really love playing. I haven't played it in a long time. Just don't have the time. And, essentially, Tidehunter, one of the cosmetic items on that character, was essentially one of those old diver helmets that got stuck on his head. And it's pretty cool. I like it. So, he kind of reminds me of Tidehunter, even though he's much smaller and he doesn't look like a watermelon. So, yeah, that's a thing. It's a thing. You'd have to be there, guys and gals. Alright, so Tidehunter is going to be our recruit. And we have stats that we need to throw out. It's going to be some hit coming our way. And maybe a little bit of HP, because we're a bit light on that. And we'll see. Okay, now I don't have equipment to just immediately throw on all those guys to super level them up, but they do exist. And let's see. Oh, I have other things I need to show you guys. Alright, so we'll just go back here real quick. I think Laharl, yeah, he's rank 11. We have unlocked, I still don't know what to do with the Mysterious Seal. I haven't hit that point yet. I did unlock the alternate netherworld. Obviously, you've seen I've unlocked the Cave of Ordeal. Oops. And I've unlocked Land. So those are things that I've unlocked. For a lot of the people, I've gone through and I've increased the movement and the counterattack rating. Let's see, is there anything else to show you guys? I guess we could check on the progress we've made on our item world farming. It's on Arsla now. She's the keeper of it. The Testament. As you guys can see, our Arms Master is up to 504 out of, I believe it's 1,900. It's 1,900, or maybe it's 19,000. I don't know. I think it's 1,900. And that will be the max level of Arms Master that you can have on an item. So I'm slowly building toward that. It's taking a bit of time, but we're getting there. The Statistician is up to 394. Really hasn't changed too much. I'm probably going to stop it around 450, and then I might start building the second Statistician, because I've heard, I don't know that it's true, and again, I don't know how to check a lot of this stuff, but I've heard that 2 450s will equal 900, and you're actually able to use those in an item, so that's a thing that I'm going to be trying to do. Otherwise, maybe we're waiting for a patch for that to happen, but otherwise, it's currently at 600 cap, 600 level, and you get a 300% bonus. So one of those two things is probably true. I don't know which. Again, I know I'm exceedingly knowing more and more about Disgaea 1 complete, or Disgaea 1, but still don't know everything. There's still a bunch of characters that we have to unlock. I don't remember how to get to the human world. I think I have to play all the way through to the end of the scenario, like the main story campaign. And then I think it unlocks the human world, and then we can do something there. I think it's even an extra ending or something. I've been doing a little bit of reading without trying to spoil too much, or get a walkthrough on, this is what I'm going to do from now on. Just like, oh, that sounds cool. I'll try to go do that. And then I just go on and I do it. Anyhow, I'm going to show you guys some leveling. Once you get to absurd, ridiculous amounts of power, like Arsla is right now, the Cave of Ordeal 3 is a very, very critical place to have unlocked. So I'll let you guys see 99 times I have been to the Cave of Ordeal 3 to level up. I've killed 891 people. This is ideal for, I think it might only be fists. Well, I think there's magic too, but fists and sword users. This is how you super power level up. So essentially you go with something like Winged Slayer, and before you do that, you go here into settings, and you're like, haha, we're on camera, it's good. Anyhow, you go into something along the lines of Winged Slayer, and you hit them. And if you're strong enough, which I am, I should one-shot these guys. And then you just rinse and repeat. Or, the other thing you can do is, you go and you pass the bill for a stronger enemy, and a stronger enemy and a stronger enemy, to the point where you use like Bumpy on one side, Katie or Antros on the other side, and then you also buff them up with like Braveheart from your mages to increase their attack power, including Arsla where she was at, and then you do that same thing. It's a lot harder, but you get a lot more experience and you level up a lot quicker. So right there, we just did that. It's on the lowest setting right now. If we look, Arsla gained like, what, 11 levels? I mean, that's pretty legit. It's pretty legit. So at some point, I will be leveling up these peeps. I'll do it off camera so you guys don't have to look at the... You know what? Before we do that, before we do it off camera, let me just take a quick peek. I feel bad, but I'm probably going to put a sword on the Majin. Probably. I might go axe. I might go sword up to a certain level and then go axe. We'll see. The reason being, sword again is really easy to super power level things up with. But let's go through some quick leveling ups here. I think we've got enough oomph to do it. I need to do a couple things before we do that. So, if you guys are curious as to how it works, do I have any other swords? I do. I have a Worm Slayer. Okay, we're good. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to go to Arsla, and we're going to go here. We're going to go to the bottom. We grab the Worm Slayer and literally nothing else. She's going to basically be naked with her weapon. Not really. You know what I mean, guys and gals. You know what I mean. And then we go all the way to the very bottom. And there it is, Kalark. Alright, we're going to come here and we're going to go ahead and we're going to grab the Amano Kiri thing. Totally pronounced that right. First try. Going to get the Infernal Armor and the Spirit Belt. And I've actually unlocked the highest level of shop stuff as well. So this is, from what I'm to understand, a rank 37 item? And the only way to get rank 38s and 39s, there might be 40s, I don't know. I've been reading, guys, I can't remember everything. But essentially, the only way to get higher ranked items is to go into the item world, into the deeper levels, and steal them with your thief. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. Also, I was looking around at stealing stats. That's a thing you can do with a thief as well, which is pretty interesting. Anyway, you guys want to see some power leveling, so let's go do that. I don't know. I'm going to have to play around a little bit to get, like, acclimated to see how much damage I need to, like, throw at people here. So forgive me if I'm a little bit off or if I'm overzealous and murder everyone. I don't think I can use Arsla at all right now. I think she's too strong, and Bumpy might even be too powerful too. I don't think he is, so this might work out. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to chuck this out. We're going to do some damage. And again, if you're doing the power leveling, I recommend turning off the animations, because it's like literally 4 or 5 times faster. So if you're trying to get through this quicker, that's the way to do it. Usually if I throw Bumpy and Katie at them, they get into a pretty decent health, maybe killing off 1 or 2. And then we're able to do some stuff. I just realized too, guys and gals, this isn't going to work. I'm not going to be able to do what I was hoping to do, because our boy is not, he's not strong enough, because he has no sword skill right now. So, there is still some stuff we can do. So right here we got this guy, he's level 206. Probably a pretty good chance that we can at least kill him off. And it's going to give us a fair amount of levels. So we have 3,400. I mean, that's a fair amount of... But let's just try to guarantee our success here. So we're going to basically hop up to... Courtney would have been fine. Star. I'll put her over here. And what are we going to do? We're going to go ahead and we are going to Braveheart. Essentially, this can go up to 2 times your current attack power. That's the maximum boost you can get. So he was at 34, now he's at 42. And again, we have no skills or anything because we have no weapons skills. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to hit him. And we killed him, and we just jumped up from level 1 to 65. So, pretty good deal. Pretty good deal. Unfortunately, there's not a whole lot else we can do. I may have a spear laying around. So we might be able to throw one on our angel, and maybe she can get a kill too. I don't know. I don't have all the extra stuff though too. It would just literally be the weapon. Let's bring her out. Let's see. Tidehunter, I don't have anything for you, buddy. Let's check. Well, actually, I do have a gun for Tidehunter too. Look at me. I got everything. I got everything except for a spear. Oh no, I have the Jupiter spear. It's bad though. I won't even be able to hit them with this. Okay, so you can't do anything. However, Tidehunter probably still can't, but maybe. I'll show you where to go to level up your weapons as well, guys and gals. So this episode's going to be basically making these extra characters and showing you where to do some leveling up. And I'm not going to say it's the most efficient way because, again, I'm still learning. There's still a lot of stuff that I don't understand. But from what I've found, these are very, very viable places to go and do these things. So he's going to die for sure. Like, he is not going to survive this. But he may get a kill. I doubt it. I don't think he's got the oomph to do this. We'll try it. Yeah, I thought it was going to be a 0. That's fine. One of the cool things about having low-level people is you can bring in Laharl, for instance, and lift a dude up, and he'll take some damage, but it won't be too bad. My only hope is that... I think I picked up the wrong person. I did. I totally picked up the wrong person. I believe I... No, maybe I didn't. Maybe I picked up the right person. As you can see, they don't do a lot of damage to our guys, so even if we can't kill them with like a big AoE or anything like that, we're still looking okay. And apparently we have enough stats that they're not really doing that much damage to us. Oh, look at that, we just counter-attack killed. That's nice. Alright, this dude's got 630. Let's go ahead and buff us up again. Braveheart does a little bit of a fade damage thingy here, so 4984 is where we're at. Let's execute that real quick. It was either 4934 or 4984, I don't know. It's 5866 at this point. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably kill this guy right here. That's going to be my move. Oh, we have a special. Ooh, we got Blade Rush already. Alright, hold on. Well, that changes things a little bit. What we're going to do instead is move over here. We're going to lift and toss this guy right over here onto his booty. And then we're going to move here, and we are going to Blade Rush. Should kill all 3 of them, honestly. Yeah. Yeah. As you can see, the Majin are quite powerful, right? They are kind of the real deal. Already he's level 99. I'm not sure I want to throw these guys as a stack, but you know what? I think I'm going to anyway. Just to see. Do we have what it takes to make him viable, like, completely viable the whole way through? I need somebody else. Etna, you're fine. Let's get you in there. I am finding it a little bit more difficult to get Etna to level up and keep up with the rest of the pack. She has some good AoE, but a lot of it's not. It's like surround. You know, she'd have to be in the middle spot in order to really benefit tremendously from it. So I'm finding that to be a slight challenge that I'm faced with. But I'm pretty stoked, guys and gals. Been playing a lot of Disgaea 5. Episodes have already gone out by the time I'm recording this. I haven't even finished uploading the rest of Etna Mode. We're already into the New Game Plus and learning a bunch of stuff and unlocking things. I think next episode I'll probably end up showing off, you know, what the characters have become and like how far they are and everything else. And then we may go into like the Prinny world and see what we can do there. I don't know. That might be a foolish idea. We'll get maybe a few levels in. I don't know how strong or weak it's going to be. But I think that could be fun. And then after that, maybe the following one, we'll actually go and take on Cave of Ordeal 5 and see if we can't do something with it. Alright, let's go ahead and end our turn. I wonder how much HP this thing has. That doesn't bode well. Etna's missing. That's not great. I don't think I'm going to kill it, but I might. I'll just use Hurricane Slash. Chances are that's going to do less overall damage than some of the others. Oh, we did too much. Well, there we go, guys and gals. Alright, I will, yeah, that's fine. Alright, I will show you where to go to level up, guys and gals. Now, what I recommend before you do this, if it's possible, again, I've learned some things. I'm still not 100% on point with everything. There's a lot of people way more knowledgeable, and feel free to correct me, guys and gals. those of you who do know. But if you were to do this, and you were going to spend a bunch of time to get it done, first off, spend the time, get the Arms Master up to the 1900, right? 1900. It'll make things go a lot quicker. But if you're lazy or trying to do a Let's Play like I am, and you're trying to continue to get content moving forward, do what you can for the Arms Master. And then what I would say is you want to go ahead and you want to promote yourself, go through the promotion exam until you get to the point where, oops, it's fine. I wanted to go back to Laharl. Until you get to the point where you can go ahead and try to pass these billz right here. This one specifically, the counterattack. So essentially, that'll basically add one counterattack to what you already have. Now, if we go take a look, let's look at Laharl, for instance. Laharl has 2, getting that will add the 1. I mean, it's basic, right? If we look at our boy, the Majin, he's already got 5. I didn't realize the Divine had 5. Probably don't need it with the Divine to start off with, so if you just wanted to hop in and just level up your sword skill, you could probably just do that. So, I will show you the level to go to level up the sword skill, and I'll probably do that for a few minutes, talk to you guys, and yeah, we'll break off the episode, and like I said, the next episode we're going to go into the pretty world. Hopefully some of our dudes will be a little bit higher level, and we'll just crush it. We're just going to kill it straight through. It's going to be nice. So what you're going to want to do is, again, I've not quite completed the game. I've gotten up to the Sea of Gehenna. There's a few more to do, and then I'll be at like the last levels. And I won't end this version of the game. We'll continue playing, going through all the extra stuffs. And then, basically, I'm going to try to show you the entire game. Like, every little eensy, beensy, teensy, weensy, small thing that I can find. Extra characters to unlock, hidden places. I'll be looking up a lot of the stuff because there's no way I'm just going to know. But I'm going to try to figure out the stuff that I do know, do those things, and then look up stuff at the end. You guys can suggest stuff that you want to see me do. You don't have to spell the whole thing out. Just give me like a hint or a tip like, oh, go past this in the thing, or go to this world and do this thing, and it'll unlock something. You know, you don't have to spoil everything. We'll learn and see and just enjoy it all together. Anyhow, you're going to want to go to the Jotunheim. So you're going to go to Jotunheim. You're going to want to go to Terrible Cold. And basically you just need the one character. Getting diagonal throw down, learning how to do that, helps. But again, it's not necessary. I would just go through to the top here. So we're going to bring Kalark into play. We're going to move him right on up here. We have the Testament on him. That's the one with the Arms Master and the Statistician. The Statistician doesn't matter right now. The Arms Master is what matters. And that's going to be what's going to give us a really massive boost to our weapon mastery, essentially. Or our weapon mastery levels, I guess. Anyway, what you're going to do is you're going to walk up to this first person, you're going to pick her up, and you are going to chuck her at the other one, the little cat lady there. So, let's do that. Bam, there she is. She is thrown, and that gives us a path through. All these squares are invincible on this entire map except for one. And the one square that is not invincible, you'll see, you're just going to counterattack over and over and over and over and over. Alright, so the one square that's not, it's going to be over here. And eventually you can leave them there and kill them when you're finally done farming this up. It takes a little while, but this is something you can do almost mindlessly. So that's kind of a benefit, or a plus, if you will. Basically, move here, and then maybe move one step further, depending. But basically, what you're going to want is 3 of the kitty cat ladies, the Nekomatas, I believe they're called, and have those 3 surrounding you, because it just makes things a little bit easier, really. These others sometimes use skillz more frequently, so they're not really the ideal persons to have. So we're going to end the turn again. But basically, you're just going to keep ending the turn and counterattacking. You don't have to focus on anyone, don't have to actually select attacks, or any of that. You're just going to counterattack automatically over and over and over again. You can turn like the game music off, the sound down, or whatever the case is, and like watch a movie, do something else if you don't want to sit here and just watch this. Oftentimes when I was farming up Disgaea 5, I was doing this on the side a little bit. I made it a little easier. Again, anything to kind of distract you, right? Anything that lets you multitask, I'm a massive fan of. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to throw that on her. I'm actually going to move to this spot, I guess. And this should be our ideal spot. So basically, we can just sit here for like an hour. If you have the moxie, the gumption, you go and you get the 1900 that you need for your Arms Master. This will go even quicker. But right now, we started off, we created the character in this episode. We did the Cave of Ordeal 3, we leveled up a bit, and we've been here, we've fought like 4 or 5 times, right? Maybe less than that. So let's take a look at where he's at now with his weapon. He's already at level 7. Like, my max level person is, for like normal stuff, I think is like 27 or something like that. I got my shooter guy that I needed to unlock the EDF soldier. You basically need 30 mastery with a gun. I got him to 30. So he's the one that's actually the farthest. We're at 7 this quickly on. And again, we're about half capacity, actually less than half capacity for what we could actually be doing right now if we had the full Arms Master. So yeah, it's pretty good. And you just basically sit here and just end your turn. Literally don't have to look at anything, do anything, just wait until it's your turn. Go ahead, end it, and the counterattacks will go through. You'll hear a lot of groaning, a lot of cutting, but again, everybody's invincible, nobody's taking damage. This is just free weapon mastery. And this, apparently, according to, like, everybody, this is the place and the way to do it. So, there you have it, guys and gals. A little hint, or trick, or tip, if you will. And we'll finish up this map, too, just so you guys can see how to get out of the map. Because if you're like, you know, this is making me worried, how do I ever beat these guys, or whatever the case is. I don't really, I mean, you could do this earlier on in the game, but again, counterattacks are the big key to this. It makes it mindless, where you don't really have to put any effort into it. You could go and, like, attack and all the other stuff if you really wanted to. It's really not worth it from what I've gleaned, we'll say. We'll pick up you, and we'll throw you. Ideally, I'd do it the other way, but I don't know how that's going to affect things. You know what? That's fine. We'll basically, we're going to end up combining them into a super Nekomata. Move over to the spot, and then kill her on the green while we're still invincible. At this point, honestly, even if we weren't invincible, they couldn't touch us. As you can see, they're doing 0 damage right now. I think when they're fully maxed out, they might be doing like 113 or something to us. It's not super overwhelming. But here's literally just a few minutes into the game. Watch, when we get done with this episode, I'll show you where we're at with this. And I'm sure I've done stuff very inefficiently, because that's kind of what I do. Oh, are you going to kick me with your Delta kick? No? No, neither one of you. I feel privileged. Alright, so I would suggest lifting you and throwing you over here. We're going to get kicked through this succubus here, just so you guys know. 90% chance it happens. Let's see. Nope, didn't happen. It's at 10%, folks. The counter, the counter, the counter, the counter. It's crazy. I love this game. I love the Disgaea series as a whole. It's so hilarious. Like, that's just stupid, right? Like, 6x counters. I mean, what? What is that? That's not a thing. It is a thing, though, and that's what's great about it. It's so absurd, but it works so well in the game. I don't know. I like it, guys. I really am a massive fan. And a lot of people have been, you know, spitting hate or throwing shade or whatever you guys wants to call it, you know, about Disgaea 1 Complete. Oh, you know, if you have the PC version, you don't need this, or I'll stick to my PS2 version or the DS, whatever it is, right? That's fine, and I agree. If you guys have the PC version or whatever version you have, you probably don't need to get your hands on Disgaea 1 Complete on the PS4. But if you do, first off, it brings it to a modern console that you're using, so you're not having to drag out your PS4 or whatever the case is. Again, I'd still say the PC version is absolutely fine, and that's the one that you absolutely don't really need anything new. But it brings you to the current gen graphics. This is the same kind of art style, same sprites and models and stuff that they use in Disgaea 5. So it feels more, you know, continuous. There's more continuity to it. Additionally, this brings a game from the PS2 era to modern consoles for people who have never played it before. People are like, oh, this is Disgaea 5. Well, it's the 5th in a series. I never heard of any of the others, and I can't get any of the others even on the PS4. What's the deal? Well, now they're bringing all the stuff to the current gen. It still holds up well gameplay-wise, and, you know, graphically it looks fine. So, like, even if you don't necessarily need it yourself and you can get it, I mean, people said, oh, this is terrible. Like, this one guy put a comment saying, oh, it's terrible. I played through half a chapter and I hated it. So many things wrong. I don't know what he's talking about. I don't see any issues or problems with the game. But you're supporting NIS America, Nippon Ichi Software, for bringing these games to the modern era. So you don't have to hold on to your PS2. They're getting brought over to PC. You're getting brought over to the PlayStation 4, and you're able to play it on current gen stuff, and it's going to keep the series alive. Like I said, this has aged fantastically. Even the PS2 version has aged super well. So you're supporting them and trying to keep stuff working. Here's one trick that I found. If you go to end your turn like this, she's going to probably run behind you and hit you. So hold square if you're using the PS4 and look away from her. And she should stay in the green block, hit you, and you'll counter and kill her. Anyway, that's my spiel, guys and gals. I mean, it's pretty easy stuff once you know how, but if you don't know how, you're like, how are you ever going to get it to 9,999? I'm still not quite sure about that yet. I haven't quite even made it into the 4 digits yet, but I see the framework. I see the groundwork being laid for how I can do this. I only ever really go up to like rank 3 or 4 enemies. I haven't really gone all the way to max. So once I do that, it's going to be much more experience and everything else. But let's take a look at Kalark and where he's actually gotten to. So he's made it to level 100. And he's got 11 sword mastery, which brings him to, I think I can still see it from here. Is it this button? He's got Blade Rush, Hurricane Slash, Wind Cutter, and Winged Slayer. So already he is now able to farm Cave of Ordeal 3. Now granted, the Divine Majin is a really strong character in general, faster than any of the other characters you're going to get. So this is like a little bit extreme, but again, all my my statistician and my arms masters aren't maxed out, so it could be even quicker. But this is just a kind of a glimpse on stuff that you can do as you understand, you learn a little bit more. You might have to look some stuff up. The wiki has been very useful for me to look up things that I don't quite get, and it's I'd like to see the games in the future, and I know Disgaea 5 does this to a degree, but the whole to have a little bit more of stats and the various things that are there, wear it a little bit more on their sleeves, be a little bit more obvious, and like you can just look in the game and know, as opposed to having to go, what the heck does a statistician do? What does an arms master do? What does this do? What is a coach? What is a sentry? What are these weapon mastery levels good for? All these different things I really had to go and look up. Anyway, it's a little bit of a long episode. We didn't accomplish a lot. We didn't even do all that much in this episode. I know, ladies and gentlemen. And for that, I guess I apologize, but it's, this is the stuff that I wanted to show you guys in New Game Plus. How to level up, how to do things, best places to do that at, that I found. I showed you in my Disgaea PC Let's Play how to actually level, or how I leveled up, which again, was probably not the most efficient, but if you had no idea otherwise, maybe that helped you a little bit. It's all about sharing a game and a series that I absolutely love, and that I want to bring to you guys, and that I want to play myself. As you guys can see, I've already sunk probably 200 hours or more, probably more than that, into Disgaea 1 Complete. And I've only had it for like 2 to 3 weeks. I've been really, really trying to get deep into this game and learn and teach and share. So, I hope you guys appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoy the series. I hope you guys continue to stick around and look forward to the random stuff that I do. And I hope you guys grab the game yourself and play and give the series a shot. It's really cool. Anyway, I'm done. That's my spiel. I'm out of here. Thanks for stopping by the Freak Show, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Bumpy McSquigums, and I'll see you later.